What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am sporting the Ravens. We are going all the way this year. 2024 is our year.
Down the middle of the field. It's a second down and 3. Jackson takes it himself. Look at him dart back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. And he's got a touchdown. He is Houdini. What a play.
But scratch that. What do we do and where do we go? This is assuming that we have the A+ certification already or we are working towards it. We have not even gotten to the technical aspects about IT yet because it is extremely important for you to know after you get this A+ certification, we have to have some kind of direction. It is so easy to get confused in this wide open industry. So I have a little treat for you guys. This is going to be amazing. Check this out. All right, so this is the treat that I was talking about. This is the IT certification roadmap, and also stay tuned. I'm about to actually show you another roadmap for all my cybersecurity professionals out there. But let's dive into this a little bit, right? So this is the IT certification roadmap sponsored by Comptia a few years ago. And if we look here, we have some beginner certifications, some intermediate certifications, some advanced certifications. We also have some expert certifications. And here are all of the different fields that you can do inside of IT. Again, these are not all of the fields, but this is a very good knowledge about it, right? Because one thing that they failed to mention was sales. And sales is a very lucrative industry if you're interested in sales and you're interested into a lot more customer interaction. So one thing that I really want to point out here is look at this, right? So for each of these fields that's in technology, look what we have here. We have CompTIA A+, CompTIA A+, CompTIA A+, CompTIA A+, CompTIA A+, CompTIA A+, right? And I know I probably missed IT management, but you still want to have that CompTIA A+, because what the CompTIA A+ does for you is it gives you a broad eye. They call the CompTIA A+ a mile wide and an inch deep because it shows you everything, literally almost everything that you can do inside the IT industry, and they give you those basic fundamentals that you're just going to need, right? You're just going to need it. You just have to have it, you know. So now, before we start like breaking this stuff down, I want to show you something. I want to show you the security. Before we start breaking this stuff down, I want to show you something here, right? So we have the security certification roadmap, right? So look at this, right? This is a very great way on how to look at this stuff, right? Look, we have communication and network security, identity and access management. We have some software security over here, some security operations, and we can even go a little deeper if we look at some of these areas. Look at that: cloud and systems operations, forensics and incident handling, some penetration testing, and these fields, these different certifications that show you how much of that field it covers. So, for example, if you were studying like a programming language, look at this. Learning the programming language alone, like Python, Ruby, C++, that's going to cover like some communication and network security, some identity and access management, some security architecture stuff, some security assessment and testing. So this lets you know, you guys, you do not have to get every certification. You need to start figuring out how can we tailor it to a specific skill set. But I'm about to help you out. Like, again, I don't know everything. I'm a sponge, you guys. Like, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on different other social media platforms. I talk to a lot of people, right? And my goal is to do what people wish they would have did, right, in the IT industry without getting lost. One of the biggest things for all my technical people out there is that networking is the backbone of IT, right? So my technical people out there, like, networking is going to be like the backbone of IT. I mean, it's just the rules, right? It's just the rules. So let's look at something else. Now, from my perspective, I think everything is an opinion unless you can actually find it. Again, from my understanding, this is how you can kind of break this up into different categories to make it a lot more easier for us to look at, right? So I hope you have some pen and paper ready right now because again, this stuff is really, really important to get because after you get that CompTIA A plus certification and get some really fundamental knowledge, you're gonna wanna really decide where you want to go after you get that CompTIA A plus certification. Because say for example, if you're really interested in management and you get the A plus certification and you start learning the programming language, I mean, you're mixing apples and oranges. Like, so we definitely don't want to do that. So look at this. We can kind of break this up in four different categories. That's kind of like how I took it. So say if we want to go the management route, right? What I would do is I would get the A plus certification, right? And then I would go ahead and get my project plus. And after that, I would decide if I'm going to get the Prince 2 practitioner, which is more so for project management, which is more so for like project management, or I would get like the ITIL certification, which you're going to get more into like service management. So something you can think about is like ServiceNow, which is another like application tool that people use, that some businesses use in order to make their workflow and their solutions better for the company. Now, when you start getting into a more technical route, I need you to really think about something, right? When you go technical, always think about hardware and software. Always think about that, right? Always think about it. You need to keep that in mind for when you start getting into a specialized skill set, like what you want to do more of. Like you want to do more so on the hardware side or more so on the software side. So what I would do here is I would go A plus, network plus, security plus. I would choose my cloud, right? I would decide whether I want to go AWS or Azure. Then after that, I would start specializing in an operating system, something that I love to play with, right? Something that I can really learn the ins and outs of, such as Linux, Cisco, Mac, and Windows. And then also we have training, right? So you're teaching IT professionals, you're teaching people how to get into IT, you're trying to explain difficult concepts to non-technical people. And what I would do here, I would get my A plus, and then I would get my CompTIA CTT, Certified Technical Trainer, right? And then also look at this, sales. Sales is a big, big thing in IT. Somebody needs the service. Somebody needs to know about your service. But one thing that's really good about sales is because 9 times out of 10, when you're working for a company and you're in tech sales, those prospects already want the product, right? You just got to go ahead and nurture that relationship. So Coursera has great courses on that, right? Coursera has a course called Fundamental of Tech Sales, and they also have a course for sales in a CRM. So, and I also put the definition here. What a CRM is a software system that helps business owners easily track communications and nurture relationships. So that essentially means if I have a customer that's in a buying phase, right? I have a software that's going to let me know that, right? I have a software that's going to keep track of all my prospects' emails, phone numbers, kind of see who I've contacted, who I haven't contacted, which is very amazing, you guys. So definitely take some notes on this because this is going to really help you simplify things. And as you can see here again, like a lot of these certifications, you can just go online, right? Like Professor Messer, Jason Dion, Mike Myers. There's a whole bunch of different IT groups. 'Cause you guys, I follow a lot of people like Network Chuck, David Bombal, the bearded IT guy. Like, look at a lot of these people because a lot of these people have been in the industry for a very long time. And I also want to make a very quick point here. You do not have to get all of these certifications. You need to get certifications to start specializing in a skill set. I always recommend, again, CompTIA A plus because it gives you that solid foundation on troubleshooting and problem solving, and it helps you identify if you even like IT or not. Because think about it, like almost everything that you're doing in IT is problem solving. You need to have a methodology behind that to kind of figure out what the problem is and how can we figure out a solution to it. And then documentation is very huge. It's very, very huge. But again, you guys, I'm not going to take too much more of your time. Stay tuned for some more content. I'll see you next video. Peace.